Hello, I'm Green,
And I'm purple.
and welcome to Green and Purple. Welcome to Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. I'm going to go ahead and start it, because there's a little bit of a long cutscene at the beginning, and we're going to talk over most of it. If you really want to get into the story, you can either play the game or
Look at the cutscene.
look up the cutscene, but...
Alright, but if I want to watch the cutscene, why don't I just watch that and not watch your crappy video?
Don't you go angry British man on me. Plus, there's you can still see all the video, and there's subtitles, so you can still tell what's going on.
Unless you're blind.
I am a big Metal Gear Solid fan.
Mm-hmm.
This game takes place. It's pretty early on in the timeline, because if you don't know, the Metal Gear Solid timeline, it's not. You can't, like, the newest one's Metal Gear Solid 5, but it's not the last one in the timeline. The last one in the timeline is Metal Gear Solid 4.
So it's not sequential.
Yeah. And this one is, the timeline goes Metal Gear Solid 3 is the earliest, and then technically Portable Ops, but no one knows if it's canon or not. Because Hideo Kojima, who's the director of the Metal Gear Solid series, or was before he was fired from Konami, he said both that Portable Ops is and isn't canon.
That's really specific.
And basically the general consensus is it doesn't really mess with any of the other events in the game that would make it where it couldn't be canon. So people just kind of consider it canon. Can't you? You're over there eating Oreos. It's unprofessional. It's not how we run things, Caleb.
Oh, I'm hungry.
But it goes Metal Gear Solid 3 is the earliest one, then potentially Portable Ops, then Peace Walker, which Portable Ops and Peace Walker were both PSP games, and then this is right after Peace Walker. And it's funny because since Peace Walker was a PSP game, most people didn't think it would be a big deal story-wise, but it's pretty much the only game that matters to understand this and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, which basically this is just a short game that sets up the story of Phantom Pain. And honestly, there's probably more story in this 30-minute game than there is in Phantom Pain. A little salty about Phantom Pain.
This is the first time we're recording on the PS4.
Yeah, we had a little trouble getting it set up, but...
Not as much trouble as, computer PC games.
Yeah, you would think PC games wouldn't be that hard to set up, but it took us a while to finally nail it down. Chico! See, Chico was introduced in Peace Walker. Basically, he was like, I want to become a soldier, Snake. And then Snake's like, oh, you're not going to be a soldier. And then he was a soldier. So basically the gist is Chico is a kid who was working on our base in Peace Walker, called Mother Base. And basically throughout Peace Walker, you, the player, are building up Mother Base, getting people to come to it, building new platforms, and just building your military company, which is called Militaire Sans Frontières, which is Soldiers Without Borders.
In French.
Yeah. And he was on your base with you, and then there was also this other girl that you thought you saved from Costa Rica in Peace Walker named Paz. Mm-hmm. But she actually turned out to be a double agent that was working for the organization known as Cypher.
Oh, that's always the worst.
It's based out of the CIA, and it's led by a man named Zero, who used to be Big Boss Snake's commanding officer.
Oh, I thought he was Mega Man's friend.
No. Yep, he is. And so she was a double agent, and at the end of Peace Walker, she gets inside your Metal Gear that you develop, and then you have to fight her. Oh. So really, the stronger you make your Metal Gear in that game, the harder you make the final boss fight on yourself.
Oh,
But it's funny because you can still change pieces on it and stuff. So if you want to make the fight easy, you just take all the pieces off of it and just leave it with the bare bones, and you can fight it. But you blow her up the Metal Gear, and she gets thrown into the Pacific Ocean, and you think she's dead. But she was actually fished out near Cuba, and she's being held at this base, which it's basically like a fictionalized version of Guantanamo Bay in the real world.
Huh.
So it's run by Americans, but since it's not on American soil, they don't have to give people civil rights or anything.
Oh, yeah.
So they can just torture people and have no repercussions.
Yay. Yay for American government.
Yeah. And so basically, since she knows all of our our like organization secrets.
Yes.
We have to go there and like get her so that she doesn't talk with Skullface, who is the leader of this base.
What a nice name.
Yeah, I mean
Skullface.
you'll see his face and you'll see why he's called Skullface. And
I'm not gonna get copyright for this, alright?
hopefully not. Please don't. If we talk over it enough, they won't be able to hear it. But so we're going to get Chico and bring him back to Mother Base, and because he actually escaped Mother Base because he had a crush on Paz, even though she's a lot older than him, and
I can
so
relate.
he is going.
I can.
He ran away so he could go and try and save Paz, and then he just ended up getting caught, of course, at this base too. So we're going to bring him back, and we're going to get Paz, and basically we're getting her to decide her fate later, whether we're going to kill her or keep her prisoner, but we just can't let them have
Oh, he's
him.
the Resident Evil 1 zombie.
Yep, he was eating Brad at the beginning of Resident Evil 1. See, the thing is like, Ground Zeroes doesn't have that much story in it. It basically just has a long cutscene at the beginning, long cutscene at the end, and there's some cassette tapes you can get.
Yeah.
But it sets up what you think is going to be this really cool story. It sets up Skullface, who seems like a really mysterious, kind of cool villain. But then Phantom Pain, I don't think like capitalized on it very well. Like
Yeah.
Phantom Pain has really good gameplay. It's based off of this game, and then they just like expand upon it a lot. And the gameplay is fantastic in that game, like 10 out of 10 on gameplay. But then the story is just like kind of takes a backseat, and it's really inconsequential. Like it doesn't change very much, and the things it does change are just like it didn't need to. And I don't know, it kind of irked me. I still liked the game, obviously, because it was really fun. But
40 hours ago.
as a Metal Gear Solid fan, where all of the Metal Gear Solid games are really story focused,
Yeah.
it seemed kind of like out of place.
Chico and Paz then report back from the...
Because basically it's all open world, so you can just take the missions as however what you want. So it's like you do a bunch of missions and then you get a little piece of story, and then every once in a while you have story missions, but it's like not a whole lot happens, I don't feel like. And then it has a big twist at the end, and then it's just like why it didn't need the twist. But that's a story for another day. So like I said, I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. Oh, Snake! That's actually a military thing, because he has the Fox patch on his
Shoulder.
right shoulder.
Yeah.
But he's not in that unit. That was his unit when he was with the CIA. And apparently, like Special Forces, they'll wear their old unit's badge on their right shoulder,
Okay.
and they'll wear their current unit on their left shoulder. So if you see his left shoulder later, that has the Military Sans Frontier logo on it.
Like some alone time now and then.
So, little bit of what's also going on at this time. As we're sneaking into this base, there is an inspection going on back at our mother base
Yeah.
by the IAEA, which is basically like a world organization that checks different like world powers to see if they're nuclear capable and stuff.
Yeah.
And our Metal Gear has a nuclear warhead on it, but we don't want anyone to know
course.
that we have it, because if we were a small like private military company that had a nuke, it would freak everyone out.
Yeah.
So we've hidden all evidence of it like away, and we've put Metal Gear, since it's amphibious, we put it on the seafloor where no one can see it.
Yes.
So basically, while we're here, the rest of our soldiers are dealing with that back on base, and that's why we had to come in alone. One, because we couldn't just like assault this base, and two, because everyone else is kind of held up back at Mother Base. So yeah, this is called Camp Omega, and it's the place we are going to be infiltrating. There's some side missions you can do besides the main story, and they all take place here, but they all are like under different conditions. So some of them are during the day, some of them like this are raining, and that changes what you have to do. So right now it's raining and it's dark, which is actually the best conditions for us,
Okay.
because the rain will conceal our footstep noises, and then since it's dark, people won't be able to see us from as far away. But we have night vision goggles, so we can still see pretty far away. Oh, here we go. All right, and we're playing.
Sweet.
So we have two I've played this a lot before, and whenever you like keep beating it on higher ranks, you unlock weapons that'll just like put right here,
Okay.
and you can use them. but we're actually playing on Caleb's PS4 right now, so we don't have any of them unlocked, so I have to find all of them on myself, which is like classic Metal Gear is having to find all of your equipment on site, so it's classic. I usually use the silent pistol, which puts enemies to sleep instead of killing them,
Yeah.
which you get a better rank if you don't kill anybody, which is funny because, you know, not a whole lot of games these days like emphasize not killing people. All right.
Now, well, we're at the when do you want to keep going? Because we're at the.
We'll go on for like 15 minutes on
Okay,
this one
okay.
since we had to watch the cutscene.
So, I have very little knowledge of Metal Gear Solid. I've tried playing them before.
I remember you tried to play like the third one, wasn't it?
Yeah, the third one, and even the fourth one.
Oh yeah.
And
Fourth one's a bad one to jump in on because there's just like an hour and a half of cutscenes.
Yeah, I don't like. Don't hurt me. I think these are great games. It's same thing with like Bloodborne and stuff like that. I think they're great games, but I just can't really get into these.
Yeah, they're definitely one of those games where they're not for everyone. I really got into. Well, I started at the first one, which I guess is a pretty logical place to start.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been a big fan. So basically, if you can see an enemy with your binoculars, you can mark them, and then as long as they like stay in a general area, you'll be able to see where they are, which is really useful. And you can take those cars and like drive them around. It's not very useful in this mission because, like, if you're just driving around in a big car, see that ring means that someone has like seen me.
Oh.
And if it's that bright, they'll usually come and try and investigate. But I think we're okay. So it wasn't that guy. It's actually that guy down there behind the fence
Okay.
that saw me. I could take this guy out, but it would actually just draw more attention than just leaving him be.
Yeah, well, because he has a pretty important position.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
We might have to take this guy out. Nice. Okay. So now we can't just leave him there, otherwise his friends are going to see him and then they're going to be like, hey, there's an intruder here. Something's up. We need to increase security. So we're actually going to take him. And also, from a distance, if you're carrying someone, people will think that you are just like them.
Okay.
But you also move slower and it decreases the amount of things you can like do, so we're not going to carry him with us that much. Okay. So, since this game isn't very long, I'm going to try and save all of the prisoners as like an extra challenge. Because there's actually about 5... Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to get down here. Also, staying in the grass makes you harder to see, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so this spotlight is kind of a problem. But if he's probably going to turn the other way, and then we can
There you go.
sneak by. So basically, we can... Ooh. I might be in a bad position here.
You see nothing.
Hopefully, I'm enough... Yeah, there we go. Okay. The problem is like, if he really thinks he sees something...
Get down.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
If he really thinks he sees something, he's not going to get down to come and look at it.
He's gonna tell
He's gonna
someone.
call someone to come and
Yeah.
look at you, and he's going to keep it on you, which can be a big problem. Okay. And then, of course, once we get this close, he can see us even if he doesn't have a spotlight on us, because he could just look and see us.
Hey.
So
Hey! What are you doing down there?
Hey! You stop stinging around, swiper!
Swiping or swiping!
We are going to the old prison area, which
Yeah.
is where Chico is and a lot of the other prisoners.
Chico.
Oh, there we go. Sneak around here. And we're going to leave him because we're actually not going to probably be coming back this way.
Uh-huh.
To extract people and for us to leave, we're going to call our helicopter. And there's a really good place over on this cliff over here. That's probably the best place to extract everyone because it's so far away from a lot of the other stuff. Alright. Okay, you gotta be careful because those cars will kind of circle around a lot. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so he saw me, which isn't good. But we took him out, and so now they're going to be looking right there for us. So if we can kind of like sneak away, they'll eventually stop looking. So that's not great.
I hear gunshots.
Yeah, they're shooting at me, but we can get away. We're doing okay. The thing with Metal Gear Solid is, if you're really good, obviously you won't be seeing it all. I'm not super great, and plus it's been a while since I've played Ground Zeroes. But I think the second most important thing is being able to, like, move away from a situation.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can. If I wanted to right now, I could just start shooting at everybody. And that's a pretty viable way to play, starting with this one, moving into Phantom Pain. But it's still, if you want the best outcome, you want to try and just, like, disappear again. And they'll be higher alert for a while, but
Yeah.
after a while, they'll go back to normal. And obviously, they're going to come back there, and they're going to wake that guy up again. But if we just kind of stick over here. So see, that guy's on alert. And then we also have this guy right here.
And that guy over there.
Yep. And see, since they're on higher alert, they're going to come and investigate things a lot quicker. So, like, see, he barely saw me, but he's going to keep his eye on me. Let's see, he's talking. Which isn't great, because we don't want him to... If we just, like, he comes over and we take him out, then the command's going to call and be like, hey, what happened? So we're going to move back here and let him check it out, and then he'll be like, oh, it was nothing, and then we'll go back. And, you want to end the episode? We'll end the episode right here, and when we come back, we'll continue our quest to save Chico and Paz. Bye, everybody.
See ya.